Hello, professor. This is my class activity. I'm gonna show you a light transistor, which I'm gonna use a PNW in the servo motor. So starting with the IOC setup, we're gonna start going to the ADC one to enable or in zero. Here on the chip view, we're seeing the PH0 ADC in zero. We're going to timer number two. In timer number two, we're gonna enable channel number one as a PWM generation channel one. Here in the PNW, we need to do it manually, saying that the PF5 is at timer 2 channel 1. This is very important. Then we're going to our connectivity. In our connectivity, we're gonna enable our UART. In the UART, you just pressing here. We're gonna leave it as a default, and then this we're going to our FreeRTOS. So the FreeRTOS and CMSP1, we're gonna leave it as a default. And here in the clock configuration, we're changing at 80 megahertz. Alright, so we generate our code, and in our code, we're including our libraries: Studio H library, String H library. We're creating a variable for the ADC value. This code is automatically generated from the code for the program. Then we're creating a variable function. So in the variable function, we're taking a value from ADC, and this we're gonna convert it this value to ADC to our angle and also to our pulse. Then it's gonna return the values. We're gonna return the values for angle 90, pulse 1.5, pulse 1000, 1.5 milliseconds. So this is very important. And then we're going down. We're creating our queues. We're gonna have two queues: a queue for UART and a queue for a servo. We're creating our task. We're creating a task calling a start DC task, start UART task, and start servo task. There's something I didn't mention. It's very important to delete all the code related with our start default task in the from the RTOS. Okay, so in our while loop, we're not putting nothing right here. In our while loop, we're gonna leave it as a default in blank. And then we're going down, and then here in user code begin 4, we started defining our tasks. We have three different tasks. Task for start for the license, so it's our ADC. We have a task for a UART, which is gonna send a message to the build and console, and then we have a start servo task. It's gonna use it for it's gonna take the value from the ADC queue to to turn depends on the pulse. It depends on the pulse, right? Okay, so here on the start DC task, we have everything actually we learned before. We're starting our ADC. We're converting our value from ADC. We're getting our value from ADC, and then we're stopping the ADC as well. We send the value that we got from the ADC to the QR, and then we send the value to the QR to the Q servo. On here in our UART task, we're taking the value from the Q's UART, and then we're gonna create a message which is gonna print the ADC and then the ADC as a message, and then our ADC value. Okay, this is a UART function actually we learned before in class. Okay, so and to finalizing, we have our start servo task. In start servo task, we take the value from ADC value and the PNW value taken from the queues to the Q servo. Here on the Q servo, we're using on hot time PNW start. This is how we start our PNW. And then we have in our for loop, we take the value from our ADC Q servo, and then we will use it to send it as a PNW in our servo motor. Okay, this is it. And then I already have it. I have it running right now. So I'm just gonna take the camera and show how it's working. Then we have here. We have the connections correctly connected. We have FreeRTOS transistor connected to correctly resistor, then connected to our board, and then we have or servo motor right here that you're going to do a PFI pin to the ground and also to a 5 volts. Okay, so this is okay. So okay, you don't need to see me now. Now we have in this here, so we can see on our video consoles, if I cover it, we have the minimum value at 978. So if, and the motor is not turning now, but if I use my flash just a little bit, it's just gonna turn a little bit because I'm gonna using too much intensity. But if I using too much intensity, it's gonna try to turn all the way and then going back, turning all the way and going back. It's not turning the whole thing because actually this servo motor is kind of broken a little bit, but the simple fact is it's trying to go all the way is telling me that actually it's working. My PND album is working correctly. Okay, so this is it. Thank you so much for watching.